Life is good, God is great. Boy, they was on Emanny top, man. Why they was getting at Emanny like that? I will say, I kinda understood where Emanny was coming from when they was talking about marriage, being engaged versus being single, the steps that it take to get to that point where you even find somebody that you're willing to settle down with. As y'all know, if y'all watch my channel, y'all listen to some of my videos. I like more of the relationship talk because I've been married for about 19 years. It'll be 19 years in December. So when they get into them conversations, I can relate a lot, and I can understand both sides of the conversation. I understood what Emanny was trying to say, and initially when I was listening to the whole exchange up there, I was thinking that the other homies was, and it was like really everybody versus Emanny. And Manny seemed like the only person that had, or he didn't have nobody co-signing his stance. So I initially was thinking like maybe it's because those that aren't married in the room is feeling some type of way about how that conversation affects their significant other at the house and outside the pod. So initially I'm thinking like, I think everybody else is just a little bit sensitive about the status of where they are with their relationship and the fact that they not married and how it might be a little pressure being applied from their significant others. They talk a lot about marriage. They've been talking about a lot about it lately, and it's because, in my opinion, the the long amount of time that you have been involved with somebody and the societal norms is like, shit, if you're gonna be with somebody for 5-6 years, you might as well get married. Like, what you waiting on? And I got different views on that because this day and age, you don't really see a lot of marriages. You don't see marriages like you did back in the day because the views on marriage has changed. So really, the conversation got so many different nuances to it because it depends on, for the most part, I think it depends on what the woman in the relationship wants or expects from the man. Because traditionally, it's the man's responsibility to propose marriage. The marriage proposal is supposed to come from the man. So the man is supposed to decide and initiate this long-term contract of marriage that is so normal in Western society, right? So if the woman wants and expects that out of a long-term relationship, once you get to 5, 6, 7 years in, expectedly, you're gonna get some questions about why you haven't taken that next step. And those questions are legit, whether or not you the woman in a relationship or you somebody on the outside looking in who's always getting ridiculed or getting shots thrown your way as to why you ain't even in a relationship to begin with. So I say all that to say, I understand why Emanny was shooting the way he was, and I also understand why the rest of the cast was a little defensive in response to what Emanny was saying. Now, what was weird is that Parks didn't really agree with, well, no, not Parks. No, Parks was with everybody else. Yeah, nobody agreed with Emanny. I thought for a second somebody might have been on his side, but nah, nobody was on the side. So then you keep watching the rest of the episode, and then I'm like, all right, clearly, these guys know each other personally. And the more they kept talking, the more I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not just the fact that Emanny is not in a long-term relationship. It's the fact that Emanny actually had somebody that he wanted to be long-term with, and he pretty much fumbled the ball. Pun intended, because y'all know everybody talking about they girl is they ball, they man is they ball, whatever. He fumbled the ball. I didn't know that, and it seemed like that was a revelation for Flip too, because Flip went crazy when he found out. I guess during the time that Joe had his birthday party, he was trying to get back with the one that, you know, they keep talking about. But as he's trying to get back with this woman, he's acting like she don't matter. He moving on, he bringing dates out in public and telling people it's his girl. And so now it's like, okay, I understand why they going so hard at Emanny for his statements, because your track record, again, from their point of view, is not in alignment with what you saying you want. But again, I'm gonna give Emanny some bail, because when he explains himself, he does a good job of at least getting you to understand his thought process, whether it could be bogus or not. Again, them guys know each other better than we do. But I thought that whole exchange was interesting. And I feel like everybody was ganging up on Emanny in the beginning, but the more I watched, the more you got through the episode, you're like, oh, that's why they going so hard at the homie. He fumbled the ball. Literally. Damn. Gotta be more careful. I also understood too, and Emanny, he's doing a really good job up there. Like, he's potting. It's not a lot of subjects that's off limits. He might appear to get a little bit more sensitive about things than others, but he's willing to speak on pretty much everything. He pretty much speaking on everything. So he might be in line for getting another Potter of the month. And it feel like Joe's setting him up to get there too. Like, conversation is flowing Emanny's way. It was like an hour interview to Emanny in this show. So it's like they dedicated a lot of time to the guy. It's not bad. Did a good job performing. And I agree, man. There's a lot of things that life situations that come about that change your perception on life in general, how you move, how you see different relationships. So when he spoke about one of the turning points being when he lost both his parents, I can relate to that. I lost both my parents, and it definitely changes your outlook. It changes how you show up in different relationships. And you know, it's an adjustment period, but again, man, I thought it was a dope episode. Good conversation. Let me know what y'all think, man. Was Emanny, did y'all see anything valid with what Emanny said? Or y'all with the rest of the gang on the opposite side? But I thought it was dope, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you ain't done so already. It's the J Matt Show.